this is God.
I thought I had to take my shoes off.
Yeah.
Y'all are crazy. That's funny. I appreciate y'all. I'm good today.
Good.
Okay.
Yeah, she got so many amazing things. I don't even know where to even start. So let me just say, like, what started you on your journey for being an entrepreneur or being in business in general?
Well, I've always wanted to have freedom to do what I wanted to do and also be able to take care of those I felt were close to me.
For sure.
I did have a lot of, I guess, inspiration from my family, like my parents. They were entrepreneurs.
Okay.
They started really good businesses and you know, I was the one that was in the back looking, let me see how y'all doing this and how much y'all make and all
That's
this.
cool.
You know, that type of thing. So I've always wanted to be an entrepreneur. But when it came to real estate specifically, my stepdad, he was always like a project manager on different real estate, different properties and projects.
Okay.
And as cliche as it may sound or whatever, I am a huge fan of Monopoly. I want to play every part. I'm always play the bank on Monopoly.
Okay.
They gonna get all the money
That's
from me.
important. Yeah.
As well as being a player in the game. So that was always, those are my things. Those are the things that always stuck with me and really got me to where I am now, along with all the stuff in between.
For sure. Wow.
That's a good way to put everything together.
Nah,
I forgot
for sure.
everything about that. Jesus, I should have been on that.
Right. I was always skipping the properties and all that.
Yeah, I was selling the property.
Yeah, I was doing it wrong the whole time.
Gotta play
I
bank.
ended up paperwork by the end of the game.
Man, 2 spots, I'm out of there. So as far as like, you know, that's cool too, because, you know, now I think people need something to see. You know, as far as entrepreneurship, it's like, man, my family, I'm like first generations, everybody, you know, went to work, which is cool too, but I always wanted in my mind to do something different. So to have that family background, I think that's super dope. Man, like going forward, do you think you still using some of those tools that you saw then in your business ventures now?
Yeah, I think so. And I don't obviously we don't discredit the 9 to 5 because I was a teacher too.
Right,
because
right.
of course, before those businesses do what they do, there has to be some income coming
For
from
sure,
somewhere.
of course.
So I did teach at Cullen Middle School.
Okay, shout out Cullen.
Yes, I did. Lord have mercy, bless the school.
Amen.
That was an interesting experience. But yeah, a lot of the things that I saw coming up, it is why I do what I do. I got to see, like my stepdad, he worked very hard for a long time until their business picked up. But he made it to where my mom could stay at home the whole entire time. Like since I was probably like 13, my mom has been a stay-at-home mom. She hasn't had to worry about that. So I got to see that dynamic as well. As before she got married, she was a single mom working. So I got to see the whole, every single aspect of this, you know, this life or whatnot. So yeah, all that is here.
Wow. So was it one of those things where while you was working as a teacher, you were planning and putting back for?
Absolutely. All the teachers knew Brown ain't gonna be here long. Because we all, you know, we call each other by our last names or whatnot, so they knew. And the cool thing is too, a lot of the teachers that I did work with, we're still cool today, and some of them work with me on the real estate side. So yeah, I was always taking notes. I'm always, you know, flipping pages, doing research. Like one day I'm about to walk up out of here. Martin love the kids, but I'm about to walk up out of here soon. So.
And me too, coming from a 9 to 5 place initially too, it's like, you know, you got people that support your vision. You got some people be like, man, whatever, you ain't on. So I think it'd be funny when you do what you do and they be like, I'm proud of you. Like, oh yeah, are you?
Yes, this is true. We wouldn't, yes.
Yeah, you got some of them people too that still gotta follow your page and your journey.
Just to see, you know what? It's funny you say that. I've actually had that, what I call wicked behavior, more so from like the bloodline, more so than people on the outside. I know some people have gone through that before, where the people that they don't know support them way more than people who think they know them. But yeah, I've definitely had my share of, let me see if she actually made it.
Right. You really check to see
if I fail. That's what you're trying to see.
Right.
Yeah, so I've had my share.
Okay. Like as far as like some of the projects you've done, like 'cause I've seen your work on your page, well some of the work, let me say that, and the bills you be creating, like are those bills, do people come to you sometimes and be like, hey, I don't know what I want to do, but this is my budget, and you kind of just put it together for them, or how does that play out?
Well, most of the time they do know.
Okay.
They know that either they want to do a duplex or they want to do townhomes, but those, or they want to do something commercial. So they do have some general idea of what they want to do in the business. And, you know, even with that, I have some great clients, and then I have clients to where I appreciate your time.
Yeah. That's
Because see, my background is consumer science. Like I graduated from U of H.
Yeah.
So
Okay, cool.
I don't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't, powerhouse. So I don't believe that the customer is always right. You know, I'm not Amazon.
Nice.
I'm not Starbucks.
Facts.
I'm Betty O Construction and Design.
Yeah.
And we matter of fact. So it's like, when we get you from point A to point Z, all the other, you know, things in between, you can call Jeff.
I understand.
Cause you gotta, it's like being a woman. I make up less than 1% of my kind, black woman or a woman of color, and just a woman period in this industry.
Right.
So you know, I can't do that. I can't hold
You
your.
gotta be firm.
Yes, you have to.
Yeah.
Because people will try to run your business.
Oh yeah.
I've actually had that happen. I've actually had clients who have tried to run the way I operate, and it's like the fine print must be read. So yeah, you have to. You got to be firm.
I like that.
Yeah, they got to read the fine print.
It's unfortunate.
'Cause I read it.
But I mean, it is what it is.
It is
though.
what it is. It's business.
Yeah.
At the end of the day,
Yeah.
it's business.
That's fine. So in your opinion, like what do you feel like is more lucrative when it comes to like investing in properties, and like is it more like commercial that you make majority of your money from, or is it more like single family homes, duplexes, Airbnb, that type of stuff?
It's going to be commercial is going to be lucrative because it's bigger. It's a bigger project. But you know, residential. See, I don't mind doing like single family homes if it's a luxury single family home.
Right.
But like most of my builds, they're always investors who want to do multiples, and that is, you know, that's just as good as trying to do multifamily because it's gonna take a long time for a lot of things. But when you're on that commercial side, that's a whole different ball game. That's gonna take a lot more time and research and all that jazz. But there is real estate. It's all lucrative because even if you're just buying land and selling off plots of land, or if you're just buying land and putting container homes on them so people can, you know, have a simple place to reside and rent, it's all lucrative. The whole real estate game is lucrative from the top to the bottom.
Any years of being like, because you know they say the market is always up and down, and you know we outside, so we hear like, oh my God, it's about to crash, about to do this. Like, what years in your opinion have been like the best ones? Was it pandemic, or like they say the pandemic time, or what?
You know what? And this may be a bad answer because I believe it is exactly what you make it. Whatever you believe to be occurring in your, because the thing is, they're gonna always play games with the market.
For sure.
But if they're telling us, oh, interest rates are up 8%, 9%, all that jazz, but meanwhile, hedge funds is buying up all the residential. It's like in corporations are buying up all this different, like in LLCs are corporations. So me and my little self, I'm going to buy the land. So it's like all you're hearing is what I feel like is negative. Meanwhile, people are getting together and they making it happen. So, you know, I think and that's another cliche thing, the best time to buy is now. And wherever now is the best time, because at any particular point, it's like the interest rates are high now, you know, and you buy, so when they go down and then you refinance. So then where's your, you know, you're not really taking a L at no point in real estate. And as long as you're seeing corporations and people buying the bar when it comes to real estate, I don't believe too much of the hype. We buying. And building.
I think people need to hear that more because now in the age of social media, we see stuff online naturally, and we see like, oh my God, it's bad, don't touch it. And we go tell somebody, hey man, I saw the market bad, so don't buy right now.
Right.
And they ain't got no experience
Right.
what you got going on, but we just see it so much and it's so repetitive that before we get the chance to talk to you, we already scared to put money
forward,
out.
right?
We didn't see 30 times on our timeline. Don't do it right now. Whatever you do, hold your money.
Right.
So,
yeah. Why they buying?
Right, exactly. Tricking us out of our position.
Yeah, and I even with that, I do recommend because I've had people tell me like they're just not in a position to buy, and that's what you think. Now, even when I was teaching, I wasn't in a position to buy. You can't do too much with a teacher salary, and by the time the insurance eat up your check, it's a wrap. So what I ended up having to do was being more creative. When I started seeing how these lenders are, I'm talking about basically throwing money at corporations, I was like, well, let me start this LLC, get this business structure set up, and here we are. Now I'm able to purchase real estate, not worried about my credit. They're not caring about what I got in the bank. They don't care about anything as long as the deal makes sense.
Right.
But if I'm trying to get it as a teacher, firefighter, whatever the case may be, is like, I need your tax returns, I need to see your credit score, I need to do all of this just so I can pay y'all for 30 years. Meanwhile, we just running out here putting projects together, trying to get these loans, trying to get, not even trying to, it just depends on where, because a lot of times I have clients who have, they move the goalposts a lot. Because at one point, your experience didn't matter. But now, since they know technically with hard money and stuff, you don't need all of their personal information. It's like, well, let me know if you got experience. Then if you don't have experience, then it's like, now we got to create a way for all of us to team up and it's a lot of creative stuff we have to do thanks to the goalposts being moved, but we're still getting it done. So yeah, but it's still a lot easier than somebody making, 60, 70,000 trying to qualify for a nice, decent home. And that's another thing too, when you purchase that land, because they talk about the interest rates and all that jazz, but this is why I love to purchase land. When you buy that land, you set the tone for everything. You can then be an owner that can finance people that look like us. So then we're not necessarily worrying about like them qualifying for all these big bank loans because Brown owns the land. Brown has got 5 acres and she's only paying $870 some a month for that. On them 5 acres, she can put at least 50 homes on there, depending on how big they are. So why not owner finance? But we can't do that if we don't know really how to be creative in solving these issues. Because it's an inventory shortage. But who's gonna actually be building homes that are for us, at least us that are in certain brackets.
Right.
So yeah.
So for those people that are looking to buy homes that do have LLCs, when you buy a home as a business owner, isn't it like investment wise, not really just living wise, right?
Right, it's investment, yeah.
Right. So for the people that have businesses but don't own a home yet, they can go buy a home for you to build on as an investment, but how do they still be able to beat that other side where they want to own a home for them to live in?
So what I like to advise is to invest first. So while you're investing and you're building up your monies and you're building up, because you're now at this point, you're not only working on your personal credit, now you're working on your business credit. And then you're working on your real estate portfolio credit. So by the time you're ready to actually purchase, they're going to take all them properties into consideration. So it's like, if you're not actually in a position to purchase, I would suggest investing. I would suggest starting you an LLC, partnering up with people who've already done it, whether those are builders or developers. That's what I did too. Even still to this day, I'll partner in a minute. Like I recently, I've been to Mexico so many times, and I was like, the opportunity came up where I was able to become a certified international agent. Now with that, I get to partner with the biggest developer in Mexico. Like they develop cities in Mexico. So it's what I'm now privy to is Cancun before it becomes Cancun type of vibe. So I'm able to purchase land in Mexico, $600 down, 90 to 100 and some dollars a month. They 0 interest for 3 years. Like these are things where it's like, you know, I didn't know coming up.
Right.
And I know a lot of us don't even, we probably couldn't even fathom doing that. But yeah, I would say invest first. Even with, cause like the equity margins here, they're not as high because, you know, it is what it is.
Right.
But overseas, you're talking about 50-some% annually. Your equity is increasing at a 50-some% increase.
That is true.
Like that's crazy. I don't care if the lot size is only 700 square feet.
Yeah, for sure.
We mine in Mexico. Like, you know, that's a top tourist spot. So yeah, and then of course Mexico itself, the country itself in all different parts, they're expanding. They're working on infrastructure. They're bringing in, like how we have light rails out here, they're bringing that in, you know, so it's like, absolutely. Absolutely, yeah. Invest first if you can. Even if there are real estate investment trusts too. So if somebody is not prepared to just jump out there and start building things, then I would encourage, of course, doing research, but investing in a real estate investment trust. And I happen to be the CEO of one of them. I was elected CEO of one of them. I don't own the company, but I do manage it. And so with that, all we do is buy multifamily units. So we're focused more so on that residual income. So that's what we're trying to get our investors in position to receive, like that monthly, that residual income. So yeah, it's a lot. I would say invest first. Like don't even worry about like anybody who's credit hiccups, all that jazz, work on that. But at the same time, set up that business structure and start investing and teaming up, partnering up.
Wow, man. Okay.
$1 million.
Right. Sure. Outside of everything else that you're doing, you're also on TV and doing things.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that. So how did that come about?
That came about. So there's a company that was looking for agents. They were looking to expand in the Texas area, and you know, I shot my shot. You know, and they were basically like, okay, you know, I feel your vibe, and I love what you're doing because again, I make up a very small percentage. Meanwhile, on the realtor side or realtist side, it seems like a lot of us. And I was like, you know, ain't no competition. I'm finna go to where it's only less than 1% of us. And so that pretty much just stands out across the board. So I did the casting call thing and all of that, and pretty much the rest was history in essence. Yeah, after a lot of bloopers and stuff. We finally get to a good episode.
That's make it fun though.
But yes.
That's make it fun.
Yeah.
Is it released now or will it be released?
Yeah, it actually, my first episode aired in May. And then on that episode, because like my youngest sister, she's a volleyball professional. She plays professional volleyball. So I interviewed her on that one. I'm talking about, like, y'all gotta Google Anna Tadekle. She's a phenomenal volleyball player. And then even when we think about that, there's not a whole lot of us women who get into volleyball. Full ride scholarship.
Right.
You know, and again, it's getting in them areas where it's not a lot of, I hate to say competition, but I mean, it's not,
I got you.
That makes sense. Yeah, I definitely understand that.
Wow. Well, I mean, tell people for sure where to find you at on social media too, so they know how to keep up with you.
They can find me at the Candra Brown on Instagram. I'm mostly active on Instagram, which not really. I'm socially antisocial, so I be on there, but I ain't on there. But I be on there, and it's connected to my Facebook. So you know, the Candra Brown is across the board. Website is candrabrown.com. Even on the real estate, on the construction side is bedio.com. But yeah, I'm pretty out there.